Fizzy, volcanic tea spiller Kirsty Valentine. Another one bites the dust. A young, upcoming, talented singer, Starboy Fizzy, is reported to have committed suicide yesterday by drinking a poisonous substance suspected to be a sniper in Warri. The unfortunate incident happened yesterday, Thursday, in this new year of January 2021. The unfortunate incident happened after he came back from a night vigil with his mother from the church. It is believed that he took this drastic step because the pastor of the church, during the night vigil, told Starboy Fizzy's mom that he saw a vision which shows that the deceased, which is Starboy Fizzy himself, wanted to use her for money ritual. It is so unfortunate that someone like this, a pastor, will call his mother and say such things. These are the reasons why I don't attend African-style Pentecostal churches, both home and in diaspora, because of my own personal experience. They never prophesy anything good. They always prophesy something negative. Can you imagine the thought that would have gone through Starboy Fizzy's mom's mind? The thought that would have gone through his head? That would have gone through him, that would have made him to make that drastic decision to end it all. I am urging people to be very careful when you go to churches. Only one can imagine. You can't just imagine after his mom was told at that church night vigil what must have transpired between Starboy Fizzy himself and his mother on their way back from the church that night vigil till they got home, that made him to say, I'm done. People, you need to be careful the sort of churches you go to. You hold your pastors, who are just human beings. You worship, you bow them, you lick their boots. You bow down before them. You worship them, you believe them, you have faith in this so-called self-proclaimed men of God. When no one is anything otherwise, when no man, no woman, no child is a son or child of the devil. Every human being is a creation and a child of God. Anybody could stand up in Africa today and say, I'm a prophet, I'm a prophetess, I'm this, I'm that. And people will believe him. Some of these pastors, most of them have led and destroyed homes, have led people's life array, have turned their lives upside down. People have died, people have committed suicide. There was a picture of another pastor who was doing some cleansing by the seaside, and he has since been arrested. So many. There was another pastor some time ago that told married women to bend their ass towards him, and he was kissing kissing their ass. Where in the Bible? The only person I know in the Bible that went to the river, he was John the Baptist. That was before the coming of Christ. He predicted the coming of Christ. He baptized people in the river. That's what he did. And today, Nigerian pastors are mixing traditional rituals with Christianity and mixing it with Bible, and they have led and destroyed homes array and destroyed people's life and destroyed a lot of homes and divided families. I'm saying this because of my own experience that I too have experienced. You go to these churches, instead of you to go there and come out and feel that you are comfortable, you are happy, you are at peace, you will begin to be at war inside yourself. You begin to be at war with other people. You begin to become superlative, superstitious, suspicious of everybody, that everybody is evil, everybody wants to harm you. Ordinary things that you will not even look at, that you will not even think about, you take it to the extreme. You begin to see it from the spiritual way, that is spiritual attack, is satanic. In the process, you begin to not take responsibility for your actions. You're not thinking right anymore. I have been to churches where they say they are praying in church. It's a holy church, it's a deliverance church, it's a liberation church. You sit down in the church, another person doesn't want the tip of his cloth to touch your cloth because he's thinking that whatever spirit you have in you will transfer into him through him. If his cloth, if his material touch the tip of your material. I mean, is that a church? Is that what the Bible says? Look at the other actor that died the other day. Ernest Asuzu, may he so rest in perfect peace. I did a video and I posted it about less than 24 hours ago. That went to all churches. Then he went to another church in the same worry, where the pastor said he healed him. And he came back and he came to declare healing testimony. He said he has been healed, only to slump down and die. And this is still not teaching people common sense. Can you imagine what must have gone through Starboy Fizzy's mom's heart, that her son wants to use her for rituals? Who is that pastor? That pastor should be arrested. That church should be shut down. He should be sentenced and he should be sent to prison, because this is what he has caused this family and the mother and this boy. It cost an innocent boy to take his life. Where is the proof that you saw it in the vision that Starboy was planning to use his mom for rituals, Starboy had already signed a deal with a recording company? Beginning to make loud. His albums, you can see his albums in these videos. His albums are selling. His lyrics are good. The music playing in this video in the background is Starboy's music. Now tell me, you, Starboy's mother, how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling now? Now you now lost a son. And where is that pastor? Why didn't you ask the pastor to take you to where the Babalawo is, what he saw in the vision? At least the Holy Spirit that he said he has would show him the venue where he is going to, where he intended to use his mom for rituals. Why didn't you? You see how I don't like to use the word stupid. I love to say less than smart. Do you see how less than smart people still are? Do you see how ignorant and blind people still are when it comes to religion, Christianity, faith, and pastors? Anybody could go for a 6 months career in Bible school and come and say he or she is a pastor. Nobody wants to take responsibilities for their action. They blame it on somebody. If you start a business and you are selling tire by the roadside, nobody will look at you. They look down on you. But when you start building up that tire business, buying tires, and you're not successful, you open another brand, people will say it's ritual or Yahoo. It's everybody who is. Does it mean everybody who are successful? Every successful person is a ritualist or cultist or a Yahoo? Is it not the same Yahoo or cultists that still go to these pastors and give them money, and the same pastors, they accept that money? Huh? Why can't people open their eyes? Now look at what it has cost yesterday. This boy, he could not take it. Because you can imagine what his mom would have been saying to him inside that car the minute she left that church, that night vigil, on their way home. That journey between the church after the night vigil to to the house when they left the church, because after night vigil you go home. Night vigil is a all night prayer, praises, church service. So you can imagine what his mom would have told this boy when they go home, and it could be he was innocent. If he wanted to use his mom as a ritual, why didn't he use his mom as ritual before he started his career, so that he would blow up? And if to say he didn't take his life yesterday, you can imagine the division, the distrust, the anger, and the reputation this guy would have faced, both in his family and in public, if he became successful. They would say, oh, since he was not successful to use his mom and the pastor exposed him, it could be he went to use somebody else. They still would have destroyed him. And in that society where everybody is suspicious of a common fly, even a common mosquito, they will say, now, human being turn to mosquito, one can suck a blood for night, and one go use that. People, stop going to this Nigerian church. I don't go to Nigerian churches anymore. I stopped going to Nigerian churches because most of them are faboos. They are liars. They are all liars. They are there to use people to make their money. Look at the case of this Deeper Life Ministry, where a boy was abused, a boy who was plumping. Suddenly he became skeletal, and nobody is bringing them to justice. Look at another case in London where another pastor asked a member of his church to go and collect a loan from Halifax Bank over 110,000 pounds, and he has refused to pay or respond. There's a case of another pastor who told a man, this happened in Bayelsa State a few years ago, about a year or 2 years ago, who said to him that the reason why he is not progressing, the cause of the reason why he's not progressing, is because his children are witches. He decided to take his children out and gave them sniper. 2 of them passed on, one succeeded in living and escaped. And that one, the one who survived, lived to tell the tale today. These are the things that some of these pastors are saying to people to entrap them, to put them in fear. Look at the case of another church in somewhere in Akure, where a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old got missing, and the latter found the body at the entrance of the church. That case, nobody knows how it went. The white man is the one who brought the Christianity, and this is not how they did it. We have taken it to another level. If a pastor does not become rich in wahala. Look at the case of another pastor in South Africa who said he was rose the dead. One Elliot I had the video on my channel. Raised one young man, Elliot, from the grave. From his coffin. A coffin is already in the grave. A coffin. He said he raised him up from there. That case, we don't know how it went. There's another one called Bashiru, who told his members to invest in certain investment, money, finance investment. Those people did not get his members did not get his money. Some of them who were bold, the church members who were bold, came out and cried out. He ran to Malawi under custody. He ran. He escaped to Malawi. This is a church, and people will still go to that church. People will not learn. I had a relative who said, "Oh, I went to put your pictures in the altar." I said, "What do you know? What is under the altar?" Some mothers will go and put their children's picture under the altar, on top of in the altar. Do you know what is under the altar? Do you know what they dug under the altar? Go to the church, kneel down at the altar, pray, go home. You don't need any special pastor, any special prayer. People face challenges. Sometimes the circumstances around you, the environment around you makes a simple thing much more difficult and impossible. And then you begin to think, oh, it's my village people. It's my family, it's my village people, it's my family, it's my friend. Meanwhile, the village people are busy farming. Those ones are innocent. If you count all the people that say it's my village people, how many people in the city that the village people, how many do they know? How many? How many are they going to attack? Are they not going to get tired? Don't they have their own lives to live? This is the fear that the grip, negative grip, that these so-called fake men of God and women of God are putting in people, and people are still rushing to the church. I had a friend too who died a few years ago, about 8 years ago now. And it's gone so fast. A lady who was married with 5 children, 6 children, went to night vigil, took her cousin. That her cousin was married with 4 kids, took another of her friend who was a single parent. The lady went with them. 3 ladies, and the single parent, the lady who was a single parent, a lone parent, took her little daughter, 9 years old. They all went inside. They all went inside the car. They were all in the same car together. They went to a night vigil. On their way, they had an accident. Every one of them perished. The devastation it leaves behind. The pastor of that church did not see that this is what was going to happen. They just left the church not up to 20 minutes. They were dead. And they were praying all night. Still, the pastor did not see that. So what's up, my people? Leave a comment. Be careful the churches you go to. Have faith in God and stop believing in all these people who claim that they are men of God or women of God. You also are a son, a daughter, a child of God. You are nothing different. Believe in your prayer. Believe in your own words. Because the power that comes from the words, the power in the words that comes from your mouth is greater than any other prayer that any pope or any pastor will pray for you. The words that comes out from your own mouth are very powerful. Have faith in yourself. Prophesy good things unto yourself. When you wake up in the morning, bless yourself. Believe in yourself. Not all problems that you have or challenges that you are going through is permanent. It's only coming by. It's like a whale. You are canoeing, paddling in the sea, in a canoe. You see waves coming. Some waves are small. Some waves are very tiny. Some waves are very big. But they will go and they will pass. They will go and they will pass. It's not permanent. So what's up, guys? This is your favorite TT, your favorite hottest pillar, Kirsty Valentine. Thank you, my favorite, my beautiful hot tea sippers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for pressing that bell button. Thank you for your support. Until our next hot tea story, see you. God bless. It's your favorite TT, Kirsty